The event is what is love and what it means to be human, and it is a time for me to talk to the audience and to share some of the insights I have from research from over the last 10 years that I've been engaged in researching and doing talks on the topic and gathering knowledge and not only myself, but there's many colleagues all over the world who've been really researching and doing talks about love. But an example is we'll start to think about the different kinds of love. So we will think about agape, it's Greek, some would say agape, but I think the Greek terminology, which is the highest kind of love, which those that are spiritual might call it a high spiritual love or godly love or the love in humanity. So an example, when we sadly had the Twin Towers bombings or the London bombings, you had people lining the streets to give blood to people that they didn't know, and that's a real deep love for the other, for humanity. And I think this is important. We'll speak about eros, which sometimes people have described as erotic, but I think that's a very, very small part of it. If you read the ancient texts and you think about eros, they would talk about the gladiators having eros for anthems, which is to pursue something that you deeply believe in and love with your very life, and link that to what we do in therapy. We'll talk about love, philia, which is love between family members and so on, and game playing love. So we'll think about that. We'll think about the amazing facts that surrounds the neuroscience of love, the interconnections between our hearts and our brains and our gut and the neurons therein. So we'll think about that. We'll also start to talk about romantic relationships and attachment. And I think a lot of people want to know what is love? What do I need to do in order to be loved or to love the other? We'll think about communication. We'll talk about love and sex. So there's a lot to cover, but it'll just be the highlights to further the stimulus of our thinking and experience.
Mm-hmm.